Oh, easy. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rebati Sante Mentale first spotlight session. My name is Marjorie Lozama, and I'm a board member of Rebati Sante Mentale. For those of you who may be watching us tonight, I'll tell you first a little bit about Rebati Sante Mentale. It's a non-profit organization. And then we are here, do work here in the United States and also in Haiti. And we are dedicated in advancing mental health awareness and also access to culturally grounded care for Haitian communities worldwide. And then what do? We do a lot of education, training, advocacy, and we collaborate with a lot of different organization in Haiti and locally in order for us to deliver the education and the training. Recently, last year, I can't believe it's going to be a year already. Our last symposium was in October and followed by a wonderful gala, and we had so much fun. And tonight, one of our partnership is with the Haitian Therapist Directory. And we have with us a beautiful Jessica Jefferson, who will be talking to us about the Haitian Therapist Directory and all the wonderful benefits that comes with it. And I want to take the time to read a bio. When I received a bio, I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Even though Jessica would take a time and tell us more about what she does, I will read her bio, introduce Jessica, and then you can see through her bio the wonderful and fun person that she is. All right. So Jessica, at first, where are my manners? I want to acknowledge our founding member, Dr. Gerda Nicola. Yes, give it up for Dr. Gerda Nicola, because we are here tonight and Rebati Sante Mentale is strong because of our amazing leader, Dr. Nicola. So I'm going to let Dr. Nicola, I'm not, she's going to say, a little bit thing in Creole. Yes, moi je vais parler
Ou
Creole.
konen fòm fè sa kanmen. Bonsoir tout moun, nou di one a tout moun. E, paske fò nou pale lang lan premièrement, so we have to speak our first language first. So, nou di tout moun bonsoir e one. And tout, what a pleasure. It really truly is an honor. I couldn't miss the party. I feel like this is a party. So if people don't feel it in the Zoom, Natalia's here and Pamela's here and others, that this is like a party where we get a chance to spotlight an amazing partner of ours. And I did not want to miss the opportunity to be so. If you see in the history of Rebati, we always had a central pillar of our work is partnership and collaboration, right? Nou di gen de kola mwen men pa bwe, gen de kola peut-être haïtien pa bwe, men gon kola ke nou tout a bwe, sa se collaboration.
I love it.
That kola, we are all about it, and this is a great opportunity for us to get a chance to honor and showcase the amazing partner that we are developing with Haitian therapists. So really great to be here. Thanks so much, Dr. Lozama.
Thank you, Dr. Nicola. And I see Dr. Nicola can be a poet. We can call it collab collaboration. See, Jessica, we in for a good night of fun. Yes.
Good night of fun.
Yes. And then thank you so much, Pamela, our manager that put Zoom together and then able to come to you live tonight. And welcome Natalia as well. And now I'm going to read Jessica's bio. And Jessica Jefferson is where healing meets hustle and culture meets clinical clarity. A full-time filler, part-time poet, and forever advocate for her people, she weaves legacy, data, and discernment into every move she makes, whether she's drafting trauma-informed strategy or crafting a therapist directory that feels like sitting under grandma's mango tree. Jessica shows up with both ancestral warmth and boardroom precision. She is the CEO of CARE, the Culture Auntie, with a Wi-Fi signal strong enough to host healing across generation. She makes space sacred, turns funding asks into affirmations, and ensure that no one has to code switch just to be seen. Ah, I'm loving this. All right. Rooted in the global majority, fluent in both research and rhythm, Jessica doesn't just lead organization, she reimagines what community care should feel like. Soft, smart, and unmistakably so fed. She remained herself and it not and she remained herself and others to be the blueprint and not be afraid to forge their own path in purpose. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. So please help me welcome Jessica Jefferson. And I know that I'm amazed with your bio, and I know there's more that you want us to know about you. So Jessica, welcome. You have the floor.
Thank you guys so much. Good evening. I feel like that was appropriate. Like, I'm so grateful to be here. I remember when Christine and Dr. G reached out and I was like, y'all want to be with me? This is so interesting. And so I'm really just honored to be here to be you guys' first spotlight, to be able to, bring Lakai to Laku wherever you are, to really like bring that sense of being at home, the normalcy, the understanding, the vibes, the feelings, the emotions, the love, the culture, the piece, all of the things, and make it just more accessible. So I'm super, super duper honored to be here this evening. Thank you guys.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. And I know that I said all these beautiful things about you. And then you've been a social worker. And then you mentioned you've been for like 14 years.
Wild. Oh my God. 14 years ago. To think that I'm the adult of 2025 is wild, let alone the professional and in the field since 2003. That sounds wild. But yes, and it is my life's work. I don't know what else I would do if I was not a social worker. I absolutely love it. And it's an honor to have brought to life a vision God gave me in like 2019. I guess a little bit about like where we were born and why. So when I entered the private practice world, I entered after burning out and almost dying, and still like Black women and Haitian women were like, we were doing all of like the social work grunt work. We weren't really like advancing. I didn't know anyone else in the field that had an advanced degree. All the folks that I knew that were my counterparts were white or white male. And then after burning out and almost dying, I needed to find a therapist. And trying to find a culturally competent therapist that I did not have to explain my experience to. My parents were like, oh, bravo, you get license, you graduate college, like all of the things, right? So my family's like, yay, go, 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 go. The reward for hard work is more work. Do these great things, get these great jobs, but never like really to rest. Like there was like a sense to rest. I didn't know that rest was appropriate or needed. When I went to look for service providers, I didn't find anyone that I did not have to explain my experience to. And it was the most disheartening portion of it because like my main business is called social support. So we know that's the number one protective factor. It's the number one things that keeps people safe is knowing that they belong somewhere. And it was very weird to me that in a space created in principle to nurture who you were, I had to explain my existence over and over and over and over again. Cultural nuances, that to me are not abusive and don't seem abusive, that to someone who did not grow up the way that I grew up, they were like, your parents did what? They said what? And I was like, and they're giving like the big goose eyes, like abuse reports loading. I'm like, oh, I'm about to be 40, good luck. And so it was really important that as I began to like really like trudge deep into private practice, trudge deep into my journey and like really being more of who I am, really like locking into being Haitian. Well, I wasn't born in Haiti. My parents are Haitian, and being raised by Haitian people makes you Haitian. I didn't know I was Black like until I was like 30. Like I remember when I got pregnant, so I was like 35, I got pregnant and I was like, the doctor thinks that I'm Black. And it blew my mind. I was like, they don't know that I'm Haitian. And I sat down with a friend and I processed that Black and Haitian are very similar. And I was like, my parents told me that I'm not Black ever, right? And so realizing the world didn't distinguish my Haitien from my Mounois. And I had to figure that out, and it was clumped together. I was like, there's got to be a space where we can be in healing spaces, Haitien 100%, like no questions asked. We can sit down, we can do the things that we need to do and have that. And it didn't exist. And I was like, what can I do? You know, it's just me. What can I do to push this process forward? The Lord gave me the idea, like I said, in 2018, 2019, got pregnant in 2021 or 2020, delivered in 2021, pandemic, all the things, never push go. This year, I was like, I don't care, come hell or high water, we're going to get it done. Like, we're going to launch 518. Like, that was super important to me. And we launched, and the launch was amazing. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, this is so needed. This is so needed. We absolutely need this. And they were like, this is a faceless brand. Why? And I was like, if you're going to join it because you're my friend, please stay away. If your heart not actually for connecting Haitian providers to Haitian people, it's because you want to be, oh, this is Jessica's friend, or this is an idea I want to get behind. Is your heart really about bringing healing global and worldwide? Is your heart really that those who are forgotten about, that don't have access, that may be in a lower SES, that English may not be their first language, is your heart really for that person? And are you willing to invest in showing up for them? And that was kind of the intersection I made. So, you know what? We can do this, and we can do this well, because the feedback was so amazing. Like, Christine reached out and I was like, oh, you're the girl from Shades of Me. I'm so sorry. I was like, you have no idea how much I fangirl you. Because I was like, this is amazing. It's such a simple concept of putting feelings and feeling charts in other languages. So people felt like they saw themselves. And I was just like, this is phenomenal. And she was like fangirling me. And I was like, not us both being fans of each other. And it was like the most serendipitous moment ever. Because she created for me something that I felt was very, very needed. Like that, it was like so simple, hidden in plain sight, needed to be there. And she was like, your directory is the same thing, sis. Like, we've needed this. Like, we looked to doing it, and there's all these other back end pieces that we didn't want. And now this thing exists. How can we push this forward? How can we do this together? Dr. G, she said, she got on, she was like, hey, you know, I'm in the middle of a meeting, but my favorite collaboration. I was like, hey, cool, let's go. We got to get this out to the world. Like, let's use our platform and push this forward. And so I'm just so excited about our conversation, to really share a little behind the scenes of the who, what, where, when, why, and how, and the goals of what I would like to see the brand do, like for everyone, not with my face, but like for our people in general. So I am so honored to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jessica. And we're so glad that, you know, you had the vision and you brought it to fruition, and then we're here to support it because it's so needed. And as people may not know, it's not just for mental health, because you have different therapists, like different specialty into the network as well. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So when I first got, I'm going to do a therapy directory, because everyone was doing therapy directories, right? Like the pandemic hit, they started popping up left, right, and front center. And then I realized, like, I have colleagues that are in different states. And when their folks migrate here, they're like, hey, they don't just need a therapist. They need a doula because they're pregnant. They need a family dentist. They need this, they need that. And I was like, to my developer, and I was like, how hard would it be to add other specialties where we could just literally like a worldwide connector, a network of networkers, a back end that felt like Sunday dinner. Like, if you have a question about whatever, can we have a discussion board? What does that look like? And she was like, we can make it happen. I was like, well, girl, let's press go, friend. Let's press go. And so while the initial goal is like Haitian therapy, because our mental health is all of our health, right? So if you're depressed, you're sad, you can't get out of bed, you can't work, there's just additional things that add. And generally your mental health follows your physical health, and they both decline simultaneously.
Yeah.
And no treatment team is effective if it's not multidisciplinary. So, you know, when we work in large systems outside of private practice, there's someone that specializes in everything. They come together and they make a treatment team. And so while I think that mental health matters, to do that in a silo creates the same problem over and over again in deux langues différentes. So we're creating the same problem we have in English and Creole. And we're creating the same gap in systems that we have without meeting that. And so the goal is, whatever your discipline, if we can prove that you're licensed, that you have the credentials that you say that you have, if you carry liability insurance, if we can go through and prove that you're not going to cause our folks harm, you can be listed. If you're a life coach that's certified by Life Coaches International and we can prove that you got something that you were trained in, if you're a doula who is trained by whichever doula person, if you have a PMHMP, or if you have like I have so you have yours through PESI, right? So you went through and you did a course on perinatal mental health, right? So if there's somebody that comes to me and I can't do it because I have my PMHC, so I'm a perinatal mental health clinician, but I can't prescribe medicine. If I need someone that understands postpartum psychosis and phantom cries and also speaks Creole, I can look to this network and say, hey, oh my gosh, Marjorie can do this. She understands the network. She has the background. She's culturally competent. And I can point them to somebody that has already been vetted. And so that was really the process of like, where do I find the gaps? Where are the holes presently for me as a practitioner when I'm looking for someone somewhere else that I want to say, hey, I can send that person an email or call them and I can find their actual email. No shade to any other directory. One of the things that I am so proud about is that we do not mask your information. If you put your information in, whatever you put in, as long as we can verify that it's right, it's going to show up. Your actual email, your actual phone number, your actual location. We're not going to be the middleman so clients have to go through 85 hoops to find you. So you find other directories, they're going to say, oh, this client called from this number. And while we think that the data aggregation is important, the connection piece to me was so much more vital that they can get to you precisely. They can say, hey, this is exactly how we get to you. And that feels like community. Like when someone tells me, hey, here's a referral, I generally get like a text message, a phone call, a joint email that says, hey, I'm handing this person off to you. I wanted the directory to feel like your friend said to you, this is who makes the best free tie. This is where you're going to go to get your dress hem. That same level of like connection of like, like that same level of like, I'll trust you with my food and my heart and my family. I wanted it to feel like it was a warm handoff. And so we have made some stark contrast to what other directories are doing. I wanted it to feel for us like it was for us, but that we're bringing literally that sense of like, the smell of cremas being made. Like that's, I can remember my grandmother making it. There's a specific smell when you're like, oh, wait, right? And so that smell, that feel, that heartbeat, that warmth, like the sound of your grandma laughing with her friends, like that kind of feeling, the sound of how you and dominoes slap down, like that feeling of connection. I wanted best to provide that to both patrons and providers. So providers have a space to land. I want to staff case, I have a question. You can then say, hey, this person also does that. I found you on HT. Are you available for a consult? And so it was very much like, how can we bring the community, the Lakai feeling of like, we're sitting on the Sunday dinner table to a clinical setting and make it less sterile and more healing. That's what it is, right? So before there were therapists, we sat and we talked, we had conversations. There was a medicine man, we had all of the things in place. We have now a more formal way to do that, but we have no formal way to integrate who we are into our day-to-day. And so the hope and the prayers that this is the vehicle for that.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And so if somebody listening, or everybody's listening is going to become a member of the Haitian Directory, definitely. Because but they will want to know what are the benefits, that comes, to the members. Once they become a member, what are the benefits attached to it?
So I think the dopest thing that we're doing is partnering with you all. So Rebati Mantal has a clinician's membership, right? And so we have this asynchronous benefit program. So if you join RSM or HT, there is an immediate discount code benefit that provides to both members, right? So the goal is that we are growing and we are collaborating. RSM has been around since I was like 4, right? Since I was a girl, right? And so
we'll go with that. Yes,
we'll go with that, right? Gotta keep it moving. And some things don't need to be repeated. There's some things that are better when they are exponentially added to, right? So when we do this to the second power and do more things greatly. So there's that. We are joining partnership with an established organization, with established professionals, names you can trust. There is, again, there's no white labeling of your information. We are working with, this is like hot off the press. There is a local admin here to South Florida who has offered Haitian therapists a 30% off. She does onboarding, she answers the phone, she writes emails in English and Creole. She can do your billing, she can do all of your back end. She's vetted, she's one of my good girlfriends, admin. She saw what we were doing. She's like, hey, I want something special for folks who are trying to launch. And so there is community on the back end. So when you log in, like Psychology Today, for example, will give you like, hey, you can get like 5 months off of this, or if you refer somebody, things of that nature that lead you back to their platform. Our difference, we're leading you back to the community. So yes, you're here, you're a part of the Haitian therapist family, but the goals that you're part of now, everyone's family that's related to us. Like my daughter, she's 4, right? Everyone's her Tati. Like, okay, this is Tati such and such. It's not, oh, mommy's friend. There's that kind of community. And so we're doing that same thing on the back end. We are also offering opportunities to write blog posts regarding what is happening in your organization, in the community. We are partnering with folks doing work on the ground. So Sous La Vie is having a mental health conference this year in Haiti, in Jacmel. We are their title sponsor. We have gotten behind them and really helped them push their movement forward. We provided free trainings to their staff on burnout. We're providing trainings on solution-focused brief therapy. So we really are trying to bridge the gap and show up. So I can't be boots on the ground in Haiti, right? But if they can be boots on the ground in Haiti, I can teach them about burnout and give them a pro-qualify, then let them measure how much compassion fatigue or satisfaction they have, and they can do that work well. That is the goal. It literally is to be like one big happy family. And so we're not monetizing. It's not a super duper high intro to get in. And all of the benefits that are included at whatever the price point you come in at. And RSM has a special discount code that we'll put in at the end. So if you stay till the end, you'll get an additional discount off of what's there. And I talked to Dr. Sanville and she was like, what if we level this up and give everyone 1 month free? And I said, you know what, girl, let's do it. And so starting today, August 21st, 2025, moving forward, everyone that joins the directory now, how they come and gets 1 month free. So that way they can really like have the option of entering into the community, a low barrier to entry, and also like experiencing the platform, making sure it works for them and for their community. And so I think those are probably our #1 differentiating factors between other directories, is the heart and how we're really moving forward to push the mission forward.
Excellent, excellent. So you guys get ready. I think we're going to put the information on our chat group that so you can just click and then register and become a member, because as you can see, I don't know how long it's going to go on. It's just like tonight they have to register, or?
So what we did, because everybody might not see it tonight, we gave you guys 100 coupon codes. So the first 100 register, everyone gets the first month free, whether it's tonight or in a month, right? So we're not going to press to buy. It's not about selling. It's the first month of school. I have a 4. I understand the struggle of the month of August, right? So it's not a pressure to sell. It literally is a warm welcome, a hot cup of tea. Do you want ginger in that? Do you want honey in that? Or do you want that straight, right? So at whatever pace you are, we also intentionally priced it out at price points that make sense. I am a pay one and done kind of girly. I don't want to have to pay my accountant every month for a different transaction. There's an annual plan, there's a quarterly plan, and there's a monthly plan. All of the plans are fairly priced. So the 1 month free is literally free going, going forward. The 1 month free is across the board. And the code for RSM members and those who get in through this, there's one for month to month and there's one for a year that drops the price. So on top of the already low price, I believe it's $18.04 a month for the month to month, and with the discount code comes out $17. And I don't remember the annual price off the top of my head, but it comes down significantly again. So we made sure that we offered the 1 month free plus the discount for those that get in through this. So that way there's no pressure. I really, really don't like to be sold. I like the idea of being able to think about it, look over my numbers. So as long as the codes are still there, there's an opportunity, and there's always an opportunity to come on even after the codes are no longer there. Still a very low barrier to entry. Like I said, it's $18.04. Most directories are between $20 and $35 a month. One directory that's less than that, it's Black Female Therapist, it's $15 a month. But generally directories are between 20 and 30. So we try to be very competitive. And so that was really important. Yes, Dr. G, there's a question in the chat. As a member, is there a membership community where you get a chance to interact with each other? Yes. So not recreating what RSM is doing. We are showing up at RSM events. We're coming to the breathwork sessions, but there is also a back end where there's ability to chat. to write blog posts, to boost your SEO and things like that that are still in development. But that is the goal, to have all of those things. And prayerfully, at one point, we can be CEU providers. So that way folks can come on and train. I really would like this to be like a one-stop shop where Haitian folks can get what they need and go out and take care of the world. I personally had to like bit mail my practice and learn pieces and parts to get it together. And so I want to give back in that way, so that folks that are buying into this community are buying into not just the wellness of themselves, but the wellness of our community on a whole. So yes, membership and community is a very, very big portion of what we're doing here.
Excellent, excellent. I love that. And one thing, is it set up in the sense that you have ownership of your information or your updates? If you have something to update, you just go into the system and you do your updates.
So the login is haitiantherapist.com/providers. You have the sign in or the sign up option. You put all of your information in. You put your own pictures, your website, your phone number, your email, the insurances you take, whether you do in-person, virtual, combination. If you have a sliding scale, if you take EAPs, if you take grants, what states you're licensed in, all of those things. You put your information in, we get an email on the back end. A member of the team vets that you are who you say you are. So you can't tell me you're licensed in Georgia. When I go to the Georgia board, it's like, girl, who from where? We're not posting that. You're going to hear, sorry, thank you for your time. We're not going to do that. So we want to make sure that we're protecting folks that land on our space and that we've guarded their privacy. But you completely own your own information. So you can change it and update it as you see fit. If there is an issue, you can just email the connect@haitiantherapist.com. You can text or call 509-518-1804. You see how we did all that? We love a good brand around here. And that is literally worldwide. You can call or text that number for assistance should you run into any tech difficulties.
All right. Okay. That's a lot of information, great information, exciting information, just to bring all the, Haitian therapists together in one platform. And then this is a beginning. We're Bati Sante Mentale, doing the spotlight session. But is there any other way you're thinking of promoting the directory so more people can be aware of it and can join?
Yes, so we are 3 months and 3 days in. We launched in May, and in June, my life said, girl, sit down, slow down. So we are getting back on the ball. Haitians of Boston have reached out graciously to collab with us and do different things. We have a bunch of folks in the pipelines that really want to do really good work. I was like, let me just get like what's happening in real life together so I can be fully present. Like I said, Sous La Vie, they're having a conference in Haiti for World Health Day. I believe it's October 9th through the 12th. We are working with them, boots on the ground, to get those things done. So we really, 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 really are working very hard to collab. You'll notice you don't see my face anywhere but this flyer, because I really want it to be about Haitian folks connecting to other Haitian folks. And so any opportunity we have to move that mission forward, we're doing it. There's been a lot of TPS town halls down here for those folks who are facing deportation out of the country in February of next year. I've spoken on several panels for them. I've referred them to RSM. I have referred them to CEAT, the Center for Equitable Access to Trauma Treatment. RSM has right now some free and low-cost therapy, while CEAT has some free and low-cost therapy, all with Haitian providers that speak Creole. We have here at my office a grant for folks who live in Broward. So we really are plugging everyone and everything. It's just one in me. I can't do it all. And so the more hands there are, the lighter the work is. And so the goal is anyone that is looking to honestly and truly back the healing of Haitians worldwide, we are open to collaborations. We're open to conversations. We're not monetizing any of the things. The discounts that come off of your RSM membership or your HT membership isn't like, we don't have like we're ambassadors where you get a cut of this. It's literally going right back into the work. And so I'm looking to partner with folks who are willing to take out of their own pockets and out of their mouths to make sure that folks that don't have access to deep pockets and different things are able to do it. We also have what we call a Boost Lakai, and that is essentially like the Loveland Foundation voucher. People can donate funds into that. And if somebody says, hey, I've got a client that can't afford services, we can pay out the service through there. So if you look on our Instagram, Boost Lakai should be pinned. If you get an email from us, Boost Lakai is pinned. You can give it anytime. It's not tax deductible because we're not a 501c3, but you can give into someone else receiving services. Again, that is not touched by me or anybody on my team. It literally is coming into a pot to make sure folks can get served. Oftentimes, people that look like us, that come from where we come from, don't have access or don't know they have access. And if it's eating and therapy, eat and we'll get you in therapy. This between eating and getting your teeth fixed, eat and we'll figure out dentist. So let's figure out how to come together and do the work. Even with the TPS stuff, I think I've done 2 or 3 now. Everyone that goes there comes in and does it for free. So we're sitting down, lawyers, therapists, folks that work for unions, and we're giving the information for free. I've driven all the way to Pompano, from way West Pines where Sheridan ends, to really do that. And so it really is our goal to ensure that we are making this accessible, palatable, relatable, and stigma-free. Because everyone at any point, whether you're Haitian or not, so can Nenafigos, to Pagan Nenafigos, who somewhat, so someone, whatever, you've been sad before. You've been anxious at some point. We get to there at some point where you're just smiling really hard and you were laughing very loud, right? We're not absolved of emotion because we're Haitian. Right. And so making that a safe and a soft spot to land in a stigma-free way with folks that understand your background, your upbringing, literally is paramount. And so whoever is looking to do that, we are looking to be your partners. We're looking to figure out how to move this mission forward, and put healing in the hands of those who need it. So if somebody leaves Florida and goes to Connecticut or to Texas or to Canada or to Gonaive, to wherever, they can say, hey, I can look on this directory and find someone there.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Well, I'm going to open it up. If you have any question that I probably didn't think of that you want to ask, this is your chance to ask. So I'm opening it up. Don't be shy. Dr. Seville, you got your hands up? Oh, that was my curse.
I had a quick question. Thank you so much. I don't know if it's possible to see like a screenshot or something, like just like a sample of what does the directory look like, just so we can.
Oh, sure.
Bon, mettez vidéo pour pas penser pas exister. So you don't think I don't exist.
To see how simple it is to join.
It would be really, I think I'm just thinking just so people can get a sense of it. I think, and while you're doing that, Jessica, I think one of the reasons why we're excited about this directory is that we do need to have a space where all Haitian psychologists, and mental health providers of all type can live. And so, I thought it would be really cool to kind of give us a visual so we can see it. Thank you.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is our directory, our homepage. I had your YouTube up. Let me close that. Okay, this is our homepage. Literally, you'll see as it comes through, you're going to see all types of different specialists popping up. What people are probably wanting to see the most is how to become a provider. So you can sign up or sign in. So you'll click the sign up. And then it talks about joining the directory, being a part of the High Wellness Network. Something else that's really important. So I, at one point, was a group practice owner. I did not want to have to look at 15 profiles for my clients or my staff to be able to be together. So you can pay for one and create unlimited profiles. So let's say that you're like, hey, I want one because I only do virtual in Connecticut, but in Florida, I offer in person. It'd be confusing for a patron of your business to have to figure out the two of them. So if they're searching and they're geolocating, you're going in by the location feature, it'll be able to go through and separate that. So it goes through, and again, here are the prices. Everyone gets 1 month free. Shout out to Dr. Sam Bill. Again, this was not my idea. She was like, girl, our people love free. She was like, I bet you just do it. I said, you know what? I trust you, sis. We're going to do it. And I was like, developer, we're doing this thing live tonight. Can we have it? And it was up this morning. And so it's $18.04 for monthly ongoing access through the RSM discount. It's $17, $180 year round. And I don't remember what the RSM discount is. And so you figure out what listing you want to go through. So let's go here, get 1 month free. And you create your account. The terms are 1 month free, then $18.04 a month. You put your first name, your last name, your address, all of the information. You'll put your payment information, and then it'll take you to creating your actual profile. Let me see if I can stop this share and look at my profile. Hold on one second so I can log in. Give me a second. That way you guys don't all see my password. 1 second.
While you're doing that, I'll say that our discount for Rebati Sante Mentale is $17 a month and $175 for the year.
Oh, that's a great discount. Christine, listen, y'all need to get Christine doing all y'all negotiations, okay? She was wearing me down, just smiles. Like, okay, we can lower it, no problem, sis. I mean, wearing me down. All right, so here we'll go again. So we can view my account. This is a mock one, so all of the information. Oh, hold on, let me go back. So my listing. You can contact me, you can visit my website. It shows that I accept new clients. I do video counseling and I offer in-office therapy. You can literally click here to call me, to go email me, or to go to my website. It does not blacklist any of the information. It talks about all the modalities that I use. That looks like such a big number when you look at it online. The modalities that I use, who I specialize in, and the languages that I speak. On here, you can literally, you're going to call, this is our action. If you call this number now, it's going to ring in front of me. This is actually where I'm physically sitting. And so we are not storing these messages. Like I said, we are not whitelisting. You're going to get a copy of what you sent over to us and be able to speak directly to your provider. If it's an emergency, call 911. We're going to also be adding something that Dr. G shared with me yesterday. The CIUPH has a 24/7 crisis hotline that you're able to call and get a hold of someone. So if you're not physically here in the US and 911 and 2 and all those numbers do not work, there are other resources available, and we are constantly aggregating that data. So I don't get paid if you go to RSM for therapy. If you go to CI for therapy, I don't get paid. But if you go to therapy and your kid has a healed whole mom, you're going home and you're not yelling and slamming doors, I win. If you're going to Starbucks and you're not person out in front of me, I win. Okay, so and also you have the opportunity, let's go member dashboard. So you'll be able to see my account, my payment history, my listings, and blog posts that I've written. So the Boost Black High, breaking down barriers, our call to action, why we launched on May 18th, why it was so important that we were a staple in the community on this particular day. We talked about, like, on another blog post, what it means to really have a cultural connection, because there's something about, like, what's understood doesn't have to be said. And so there's that. You're able to write blogs when you are a member. If you have an issue, you can literally contact customer support. The options on the back end are endless. I can't keep going through. You see up here, like I'm an admin for the site. So if I keep going through, you're gonna be able to see like the full back end of the site. But essentially it's a easy onboarding process. You're able to get a hold of us. You're able to make any changes you want to your listing. You can add a bio, you can add videos. There's more options that you have depending on what is it you would like to do and what you would like to see for your clientele.
Wonderful. So it's not difficult at all. So, and then Christine, I think Pamela put it for board members of Rebati Sante Mentale, it's $90 a year. So we really have to take advantage of that.
You hear me wore me down. She was like, what about us? I said, girl, I got it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And then regular members are $17 a month or $175 for the year. And then you get all the benefits that Jessica mentioned earlier. And then you can go into the website and see what else, you can benefit from and promote your business. Any more questions? All right. See, Jessica.
I have a question.
All right. Good.
What, as Haitian clinicians, are you looking for in community or in a directory? Like, what do you find is missing that we can bridge the gap and serve you on?
Well, I believe that we have a lot more mental health providers and that we really want to bring in one platform. And but I think we're missing a lot of psychiatrists, Asian psychiatrists. It's been very difficult. Even when I was in the field as a field case manager, it was very difficult for me to find a Haitian psychiatrist, and sometimes I had to provide the patient with a translator. So I will say that I don't see, I mean, here in Florida, in part, membership, I would say psychiatrists from my
Okay.
experience.
Anyone else? Anything that you're looking for or would need in a communal space that we can work towards providing? We can definitely look at talking to the chambers and see if they know anyone that is in that area, or the BNIs and things like that nature. We can definitely look and see if there's something we can do as it relates to being able to bring more folks that can be prescribers and speak both English and Creole. Also that have both in-person and virtual options.
All right. We have a lot of psych mental health nurse practitioners who are prescribers, but in the state of Florida, we have to work in collaboration with a psychiatrist.
Mm.
And a lot of the time it's very difficult to find one. The few that I know, it's hard for them to bring on board, another, nurse practitioner to supervise. So that would be something that I would like to see more.
Okay. Anyone else in the chat? We got some folks in the room. I see Dr. B agrees with the psychiatrist need.
I also think there is a need for assessments like biopsychosocials and PHQ-9s in Haitian Creole. And the great thing about it is that with our partnership, people get access to already translated and validated PHQ-9s on Creole. So
That's so dope. We did the Pro Qual 5, the professional. So I specialize in burnout. I burnt out and almost died. We did the Pro Qual 5 yesterday at Sudavi staff. When I tell you they were the healthiest staff I had ever done anything with, because they didn't know it was going to be scored. I was like, y'all are living. I got to move to Haiti and work. I was like, Dr. Pierre, you out here. Literally, I was like, what? They went, and I like literally their compassion, satisfaction through the roof, burnout, like literally all below bar, and compassion fatigue, literally like unremarkable. And I was like, I don't know what y'all drinking in Haiti, but I didn't come over there and work. And so it was very interesting because they hadn't seen this, they didn't understand, they didn't know what it was. They hadn't done a pro qual before. And most of us probably haven't done a pro qual, the professional quality of life inventory. And it really measures all of those things. So when I burnt out in 2018 and went from working for a large 501c3 to working for myself, burnout wasn't yet a thing. And when it became a thing, my keynote is about saving yourself first. And so that's one of the things I introduce into all of the work that I do, whether it's for a police station that I'm building a peer support program for, or like a small mom and pop mental health clinic, to be able to really look and see where we are. And so part of that looks like having that support that Dr. G mentioned and asked about, like what can we do differently? And that is part of our goal and our plan.
Excellent. Anybody else? Questions? All right.
I was just gonna say this very quickly. I was just gonna say that I really like the way, I don't know if you had a chance to see it, just step out for a minute, but the way you showed the provider on the page, because I think what's important for everybody to understand that part of being a part of the directory is multifaceted, right? So one is it gives us the opportunity to be connected to each other and be a part of a community. And sometimes you just need somebody to come in and do a consult for you, right, in a particular area, because that's not your area of expertise. And this is an opportunity for you to post something and says, hey, I need a consult, like, on this, who has that expertise, and then being able to like support each other, pay each other, because we're not doing anything for free. It's 2025, the freedom thing is over. Like we're all about financial freedom now. But I do think that's a great opportunity. And then second, I think it's also a way for us to also communicate to other people in our community who are saying, I can't find a clinician. I don't know where to go find a clinician. this is a way for them to be able to go. And the way you lay out the provider in terms of who we are and what we do and so forth, when you click on find a provider, that is the reason to come and be a part of this, because you want to market and promote yourself. But we need to market and promote ourselves to this larger community, Haitian community. And what better way for us to do that than to have this one stop place to be able to do so. So I really hope that we are building this community, because like everybody else does. I mean, on nous clair, all right? So based on Jewish doctor, guess who you're gonna call? You're gonna call your Jewish people, and then I'll tell you, this is where to go. You need a Jewish school, this is where you're gonna go, right? And so like we have, and we get it. Historically, we were never supposed to connect with each other. They built it that way so that we wouldn't work together and so forth. But this is a great opportunity for us to build this community. I know for sure that I'm looking forward to signing up. That's why I was trying to see how to do it, because so I don't have to call you 500 times to say how. I'm looking forward to signing up. We just opened up a new assessment practice as well that is really focused, called Unity Assessment, that's focusing on providing psychological assessment, neurological assessment to our people in a way that is culturally grounded as well. So we'll be adding that to it as well. So really, really want to say thank you for doing the work for all of us. Really, really great to be connected.
Yeah. Shout out to my web developer. Her name is Jocelyn. She has built some of like the largest clinical directories. She's a Black female. We do Black female business first. You got to be Haitian and Black female, and the list goes down. And she has been an absolute doll to work with. Professionalism, top tier, phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. She is worth her weight in gold. And so that's also super important, that we find ways to support other business owners. Like you said, we're past the free coffee. I'll buy my own coffee, come with an invoice, figure those things out. And to Dr. B's question, perhaps monthly meetings where Haitian therapists can come together to support each other. So the great thing is RSM already does great work for Haitian therapists. There is, I want to say it's like a once a month. I've been on 2 different breathe calls. We've got a provider that helps us go through and do breath work. There are therapist meetups. And so we are literally just joining forces to 2x what we're doing. If there is a way that we can provide something additional, like maybe staffings, we can look into doing that. But it literally is working to have more boots on the ground to make the work lighter. So we are open to it. And I'm saying we for all of us, because we know that we sometimes need that space to kind of just be. I may or may not relaunch. When I first launched my business, I held monthly peer support groups throughout the community where we highlighted local businesses. That was pre-pandemic. And we would go once a month somewhere, get some tasty bites, and go to a business. We had at one point been at a massage parlor for like 4 months. And so we would pay like $20, come in, get some great vegan cupcakes, some nice mint water, a 5-10 minute massage, a guest speaker, time to kind of network and chit chat after that. And so there are some things that are coming down the pipe to really be able to do all of the things. But the most important thing was letting you know that we are here. That we're here to support, that we are here to support in partnership, that this is a space created by us for us to really move the mission of healing forward. And so, yes, I have written that down. I have my trusty notebook, because I'm like Dory, if I don't write it down, it didn't happen. Girl, it's so bad. And then postpartum made it even worse than my already bad ADHD. We had to figure it out and get a notepad. And so those are opportunities and options there. Dr. Samville posted in the chat a flyer that we had made for our exclusive stuff that goes for RSM folks. And really whoever sees you catch it, and you get a part of the bandwagon. There's that. And there's also on the other end of reverse engineer, if you are already on Haitian Therapist, there will be an email going out either later on this week or by the end of next week that will give you your discount code to join the RSM family and have access to all of those benefits. So you'll have a dual membership and be able to reap the benefits of both communities, which is really just one community and 2 different access points, a front door and a side door, but it's the same people, same stuff.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Jessica. I'm not sure if anybody has any more questions or suggestions. No, all right. It's 8 o'clock, so we are done. And it was where can I get more information about? Okay. Oh, definitely, Cindy. We'll send you more information for sure.
Post it in the chat. I'll post it in the chat, Cindy. Cindy is a part of a Black Mental Professionals Network, and I posted in the chat earlier. I will send you the link to their website, and I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm there too. So that's great. And there's a lot of information exchanging there as well. So thank you so much. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you so much for sharing your this vision with us, and then it's growing and growing, and we're able to spotlight it tonight, and then hoping that everybody will join us and then be part of this movement and to get us, our community, much more healthier and stronger. So I appreciate you and love everything that you're doing. And then, may God continue to bless you and strengthen you so you can continue to do his work. And thank you for each one of you for joining us tonight. And you have a blessed rest of your evening.
Indeed. Good night, guys.
All right.
Night.
Good night. Good night. And yes.
Yay.
Hey. I'm like, okay. All right. Captain is always the last one off the boat. All right. That's Pamela, not me. Thank you, Pamela.
Thank you. Thank you. This was so much fun. Thank you guys again.
All right. Good night. Good night. Thank you, Jessica. I'll be in touch. I'm going to be signing up. Okay.
Yay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.